I'm going to run a couple good clips right here as well. I'm going to label this when cops make up lies and do a fishing expedition to get your ID and illegally detain you, something like that in that frame. Yeah, let me turn this up. Okay, here we go.
No. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you. This is my car. I mean, this is my crib.
Okay. You Andrew?
This is my house.
Yeah, you're Andrew, right?
No.
All right, folks, welcome back to Audit the Law. What happens if you guys don't know your rights? If you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights. A judge once told me that. And let me explain to you how important that is. Cops are being thrown out on the streets with a gun and a badge without actually knowing the rights that people have. The First Amendment of the Constitution mirrors the people's natural born rights. And many cops that we encounter, we ask them if they know the First Amendment of the Constitution, and they don't know it. So before we watch the video, I'm going to give you the...
Here's a point I'm going to bring up, too. I mean, you know, it takes a lawyer 8 years to know about the law, to study the law, you know, to find any, like, case of precedent like that. You know, it takes them 8 years. Then they have to take the bar. Around here in the United States, I mean, how the heck can you expect a cop to know the law and everything in 6 months? It doesn't work like that. There's some countries that they have to study about the law and whatnot in 2 years. And that's just to study it. Then they have to go on the force to do training to get, you know, to get the feel out there in a public like that. Before they get, I mean, it takes 3-4 years in some countries to get the credentials. There's no way a cop can know everything about the Constitutional Amendment and the law in 6 months.
First Amendment of the Constitution, so you don't forget it. That way, if you see a cop, you can teach a cop. You have the freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. Keep in mind that these amendments don't give us our rights. We were born with natural rights. These amendments were written to limit the scope of authority that cops have over we the people.
This sounds like
and what happens when you hire too many cops that don't know the people's natural rights? They don't know what to do but go out and harass people that are doing...
You know what's so funny? That stupid dumbass Kenny, you know, take down exposing frauder. He goes around and says, San Queen, oh, he's a cop hater. He hates the cops. No. You know, in this day and age, I mean, when people stand up for the rights and know about the First Amendment and the Constitution like that, they know about freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of petition, religion, and freedom to assemble. And especially you got people that go out there recording and taking pictures in the public subway, whatever the sidewalk and the street like that. And you got cops demanding, like, oh, stop recording or turn your camera off. There's oh, I'm recording, I got a body cam. Yeah, but how many times the body camera malfunctions? Or they muted? Or you have to void the request like that. When we do our cop watches and, you know, filming in the public like that, we release it on the spot.
Doing absolutely nothing wrong. That's exactly what's happening in this video. Watch this video, folks. Go subscribe to the original channel. I'll put his link in the description and in the pinned comment. Let's get right to it.
You got ID on you, bro?
Yo, what's going on with y'all? Why y'all so close?
It's his house. Nice, man. Okay, you're still blocking the driveway.
All right, this is my that's my car.
Okay, it's a public street.
I understand that, but it's my driveway. We're just here for a second.
Okay.
So what's the problem? Y'all came into 7-Eleven stopping, and then y'all come back up and down, and then it just
patrolling, bro.
To patrol, right? But y'all going to 7-Eleven, y'all see Andrew over here, y'all want to stay here and say, oh, Andrew, you Andrew? No, you don't know me.
All right, folks, this is where I got to pause the video. You need to be saying less to these cops. Do not talk to them. Cops are not your friends.
Exactly.
Obviously, these cops are there to harass people. You should not be talking about...
And Sam Queen's right, you know, you don't talk to the cops because you know what they're doing? You know, they're doing an internal report, the data mining like that way, because anything you say that will be used against you in the future. Like I have seen videos where people open it to the cops, like I'm like, dude, like whatever you do, don't open up. Oh God, they're not your wife, they're not your spouse, they're not your girlfriend, they're not your boss, your co-worker, your buddies, and your mother. You don't open up to the police. They are the law. They are there to go against you because this day and age. There's police officers that go around looking at anybody and everybody like they're suspicious and a suspect. In some cops' mind, there is no such thing as a witness or a victim. Anybody and everybody is a suspect. And in some cops' eyes, they look at you and say you're guilty and prove innocent. But it doesn't stop there. Even if you're proven innocent in the court of law and your case gets dismissed, cops have no problem to stalk you, harass you, because in their mind, you're guilty no matter what. So never talk to the cops because here's what you do. You give your name, your birthday, and that's it. Don't say a word. Say, I don't answer questions. If they ask you a question, say, I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. And they say, well, can I search your person or search your card? Like, nope. I don't consent to searches and seizures like that. I don't like that. You know, if they tell like that, and if they tell you, oh, you need to answer my questions, or we're going to take you in, we're going to have to like that, and that's what. Here's what you do. I'm like, okay, boom, put your hands behind your back and say, put the cuffs on and arrest me, charge him with the crime, or get the hell out of my face. Have a nice day. That's what you do.
Andrew, Victor, Greg, Ricky,
Exactly.
George, Hector, Tyrone, or nobody. Don't say anything
Don't tell
to
about
these
Billy
cops.
Bob,
Don't
Tommy,
forget that anything you
Tony,
say can and will be
Bubba,
used against you in a court of
Aaron.
law.
Oh,
Keep
don't
watching.
talk
That's
anything
cool,
like
homie.
that.
You got ID on you, man? You're in the driver's seat of the car.
Bro,
We're not trying to have a huge problem. Just trying to ID you. You're blocking the driveway. That's it. That's it. Just chilling.
And here's the thing about the police officers. You know, they'll make up such stupid lies, you know, saying, oh, we got a call about suspicious activity, suspicious person. They'll say, oh, we got a couple calls about you, you know, stuff like that. Or they'll say, well, you kind of fit the description of a person we're looking for, or you kind of match the person of that's out for a warrant, you know. And there's another one which I'll get to after this video's done. There's another one I'll play of a cop makes up lies, says, oh, I got a hunch that this guy has got a warrant for assault. Yeah, but let's get to this first.
Get out. Oh, we don't know that shit in front of my house.
Okay, cool.
You understand?
You can't block the driveway.
Yes, I can block my driveway. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, we've been through this. We've been through this with another police officer, and
Really?
the captain been here up the block, and he said the same.
We don't have captain.
I mean, your whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. Your lieutenant, your supervisor, whatever.
Okay.
Your supervisor. He came over here. There's been a issue before, and they said, as long as your house.
This is.
Oh yeah, let me tell you one more thing too. When you get a cop that demands your ID, and like, why do you need my ID? Well, we want to know who you are, who we're dealing with. You know, it will help us identify you. No, you know what they want your ID for? So they can run through the data system and hope that you have a warrant. Because you're not a fucking person. You're not a free mentality in the United States. You are nothing but a mentality of a slave. You are nothing but a meat shield and a product placement to them. You're nothing but a cash cow. You are nothing but money to the cops outside. You are nothing but a number. Now, why do you think inmates in jail are nothing but numbers? There you go, because they're slaves to the system. They're not free. That's how cops look at you. They look at you as a number and as a paycheck. They don't look at you as a person.
An issue before?
They said as long as your
blocking
house,
driveways?
as long as your house, you're good.
Yeah, it's an issue in the whole community. People blocking driveways.
But this is my
We're
house.
close for it every time.
Okay, I just don't understand why you're hopping out like that.
We're not trying to give you a hard time, right?
I understand. So
Right?
why y'all hopping
We're
out
just
saying, Andrew, this, like, I don't like that.
Okay, that's
I don't
fine.
like that.
That's fine. You don't have to like it.
So why is y'all coming so aggressive?
We didn't, man.
Yes,
We
you
identified
did.
ourselves
Y'all
as
all
police
hopped
officers, and we got out of the car.
Like, y'all bugging, bro.
It's all good. You can record all you want. We're recording too.
I know. Y'all better be recording too.
It's on. We got cameras right here, man.
Yeah, that shit flashing?
It's on.
It's flashing?
Dude, you see the camera right there. It's on.
Oh, okay. I see it flashing now.
You see that cop right there? Look at that.
Cause y'all didn't have.
Look at that. Look at this cop right there. Boy, he's got a whole our larceny of tactical gear, huh? Look at that. Cuffs right there, badge, taser, body camera, gun at the holster down there in that area. Yeah. Well, he's got the whole tactical, yeah, and the vest right there. Yep. The whole yeah, he's got it all. He got the tactical team out there. That's the thin blue light for you. They got it all for you. You're just waiting to use it all on get you.
Last time y'all tried to get us for a grip, a gun that we didn't have. So I had a lawsuit. We all had a lawsuit. We all had a lawsuit. I know, but y'all all talking that precinct and laugh jokes. Y'all think it's funny about this Edna. Y'all feel it.
No, I know it's your permit. You only have your permit. Does he have your license, or the car is just gonna sit here?
The car's just gonna
You can't drive it, you know?
Yeah.
Unless he has a license.
No, the car's sitting here.
All right, cool.
That's why I said it's like to me it wasn't a problem because you feel me. It's my house, so.
That's cool, man. You have a great day, all right?
I appreciate y'all too. Look at him, he's fiended out. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh yeah.
Fucking. Oh yeah, y'all finally running off. You niggas.
These cops tell these dudes that they're not trying to have a huge problem, which translates to just comply when we harass you so we don't have to use deadly force against you. We just want you to give up your Fourth.
Yeah, and that's what it comes bottom line, like Sam Hogan says as well too. You know, in this day and age, the cops go around and say, "Oh, just comply," you know, or just obey, or say, "We don't want to have to use deadly force. We don't have to tase you and drag your sorry ass to the car and tase you and beat the living crap out of you because you didn't comply because you're standing up for your rights. You're one of those people like that." You know, and it's this day. Oh, just comply, or we're gonna have to take you in and make up charges, arrest you. We're gonna, you know, just do as we say, or otherwise we're gonna have to extort you for money, kidnap you, and ruin your life. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, this day and age, cops lie all the time, but yeah, but if you say a little lie, you know, like that, they'll arrest you on that.
Amendment rights without you questioning our authority. These cops are like fiends. They need their
Of course,
fix.
they're thieves.
They always cry about officer safety,
Yep.
but choose to harass the people. You've heard the term police state. Now you can see the examples of what a police state is. And if that wasn't enough,
Yeah, and you always talk about, you know, how police officers say, "Oh, I was feared for my life. I was feared for my safety." And you know, majority of the videos you hear about that show are people that are simply scared out their mind that just want to run because they get the fight or flight instinct because they know that cops got deadly force. They got a gun and they're going to pull out their holster and shoot you until the clip is empty because they're scared of mind. They don't want to die on the scene, so they run. And in majority like that, when the cops say, "Oh, if you're my slave," or people that are unarmed, scared of the mind, and just want to run because they know what happened. And guess what? They fall to the victim of police brutality and an execution style. And then guess what? What happens to police officers? Oh, they get away with it because they got the thing called qualified immunity. It means they can do whatever they want. I mean, they can extort you, they can rape you, they can kidnap you, they can ruin your life by trying to make them as many charges as they can to stick it. They'll go to your trial and court and testify against you and hoping the judge throws a book on you, slaps them and macks them in the can on you.
now we're seeing Cop City being built in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And
Why people
guaranteed we'll
protesting
be
about
seeing
that.
more Cop Cities being built along the way. The people that are protesting Cop City are being
Why do you think all the people were protesting a shop in Seattle like that? Because it was becoming police city as well. That's why people are brag about CHOP, how down the Capitol Hill like that, and all of a sudden it took years for CHOP to get dissolved in Seattle like that. Then you got the police city was getting built in Atlanta. People are protesting like that. People have sacrificed their lives and died in the protest of the police city up in Atlanta.
indicted on RICO charges. How's that for Blue Line supporters? You're cheering on this tyrannical behavior. You must like your servants becoming your boss.
Yeah, that's why you got these thin blue line lovers, you know, like the Fraud like the crew, like Fraud Ram, Fraud Trollcade, Josh and Nicole, Takedown, Supposed Fraud. There's Kenny and a few others, you know, these stupid channels out there. Yeah, because they have no problem being on their fucking knees, kissing the ring and licking their boots as well. And they have the people like talk about like, oh, people are talking about police officers, they call these people frauders. Oh, if you're a fraud, if you never stand for your rights, you're feeling the cops out there. Oh, you're subsensitive if you don't like the cops and talk about how bad cops are. No, because you guys are too blind. You got blinders on, Josh and Kenny. You're too stupid. But that's okay. You guys want to shine? You want to kiss the ring and lick at the boot? That's fine, you know. But people around this day and age, we don't hate cops because in this day and age, how many people, you can go out to 100 people, go ask 100 people down the street, say, do you trust the police, do you trust police officers day and age? I guarantee you, 90 out of 100 people say, absolutely not, I don't trust the police. And about 50 out of 100 people say, yes, I do believe that police departments need to be defunded. Yeah, defund the police, defend the media.
When people know their rights, this stops, folks. We as a people need to come together and start holding our government accountable. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, blue or red, left or right, gay or straight, man or woman, old or young. We as a people need to coexist with each other. And I'll tell you guys something else. When you know what your rights are, you will respect and understand other people's rights as well, even if it offends you. You should be offended. That's what America is all about. But we are also a free country, and we need to start behaving like it. Just like you want your freedoms respected, you should appreciate everybody's freedoms respected. Not just by you. And
everybody has freedom and rights as well. And here's another thing that Martin Luther King said. Injustice anywhere is no justice everywhere. Like the old saying, no justice, no peace. What did Eric Brandhouse always say? No justice, no peace. Fuck the police. Yes, and spot on.
Your friends, but by the police as well, and the government. When cops violate one of our rights as a people, they violate all of our rights because they feel that they can get away with it and nothing is being done about it.
You know why they
when
can
you
get away
stand
with it?
up for your
Qualified
rights, you
immunity.
stand up for everyone's rights. So do not just comply. I want to thank you for tuning in. Make sure you go subscribe to this guy's channel. Let him know that we sent you. Hopefully he picks up his camera and starts recording police again. That's what we want to see. Cops being held accountable from sea to shining sea. All right, folks. Thank you for watching Audit the Law. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell here. We have...
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, FTP 100% for the people, 100%. FTP means for the people and film the police. People say, oh, back to blue until it happens to you. No, I say, fuck the blue. Blue lives murder and bear back the blue. That's what Air Bryant says. But that's I'm out here. Much up. Peace out. Oh, wait, but there's more. I told you I promised going to come view this clip. We got one right here of an officer that pulled over a car, and I guess the driver had expired tags. Then what really was fascinating and absurd was this dumb cop went around and said he had a hunch that the passenger has a warrant out for assault, and he tried to ID this passenger and try to harass this passenger. At first, you're going to say, oh, just Monday, but it's going to get good. Check it out.
They knew he wasn't the one they were looking for. In body cam footage released on March 25th, 2023, Deputy Rob of the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office was out on patrol duty when he ran a vehicle's license plate, which came back to inform him that the vehicle's registration had expired. This gave Deputy Rob probable cause to legally pursue the vehicle and initiate a traffic stop. This entire encounter was captured on Deputy Rob's body cam, which we will now use to analyze this incident.
What's going on, my friends?
Good to see you. Okay. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right, sir.
Good, Deputy Rob with the Sheriff's Office.
What's that?
I said I'm Deputy Rob with the Sheriff's
Oh,
Office.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man. Not the end of the world. You know your registration expired at the beginning of the month.
Well, I mean, it slipped my mind, though, so I can't tell you what I did exactly right.
Okay, fair enough. Appreciate you being honest about it. Like I said, not the end of the world. It's still December, but it expired a few.
Take that. I can go Monday and take care of it.
They're probably going to be closed Monday, but
yeah.
Tuesday, yeah. Don't sweat it, man. You got your license with you?
Yes, sir. I'm going to my car.
Yeah, you're good.
Here you go, sir.
Appreciate it. Do you have your insurance with you as well?
Yes, sir. It's on my phone, sir. My phone doesn't know.
Okay, no problem.
Note as you watch this video, you know what's funny was the cop is getting the information from the driver, but note how not one time he was focused on the passenger. He didn't ask the passenger for ID or anything like that. He wasn't even paying attention. It was about the driver. They will come into play later, as you will see. But I'm just making a note right now. See, this officer Rob wasn't even focused on the passenger, but they will come to play.
My policy. That's my policy detail.
Okay.
Talk about insurance policy.
You mind passing it over?
Yeah, here you go.
Appreciate you.
I think that's the information. I can go back and see, get the one that say all that stuff. I think that's the one.
Yeah, he has insurance. A lot of people do that nowadays.
Well,
They'll
looks
have
good.
insurance
Appreciate it.
on
Give me
phone
1
that
second,
they
okay?
can bring it up.
See about getting out of here.
And that's pretty common nowadays. That's about smartphone technology.
So far into this encounter, the traffic stop appears to be executed within a textbook procedure.
Like it seems textbook.
Deputy
like
Rob
mundane,
explained to the driver
nefarious.
that it was no big deal that his registration had expired since it was very recent, and the driver took it well, as he complied with Deputy Rob and provided him with all necessary information and documents. Before we move on with the encounter, it's important to understand the involvement of occupants in a vehicle other than the driver during a traffic stop. Essentially, we must look at whether passengers in a vehicle are also detained and liable for investigation during a traffic stop. According to the passenger rights in Michigan, it stated that many people stopped by the police may not realize that they in Michigan, it stated that many people stopped by the police may not realize that they may refuse to provide identification when the police ask for it. The officer may request your identification or request to search you.
And note that too. You know, a lot of times police officers don't really have much. Well, they can, but for a police officer to try to ID a passenger, they would need to have reasonable, articulate suspicion. They can't go by a hunch or look suspicious. They need to have reasonable, articulate suspicion that the passenger has committed a crime, about to commit a crime, already committed a crime.
However, you may decline the officer's request.
Yeah,
Note that unless the officer has probable cause or a reasonable suspicion, they cannot force you to submit.
Yeah,
In
they got
simple
reasonable,
words,
articulate
if the
suspicion.
police stop you in Michigan as a passenger, you don't have to show your ID or let them search you unless they have a good reason to believe you're involved in any violation of the law. Regardless,
If they
after
believe that
speaking
you
with the
committed a
driver,
crime.
Deputy Rob spent a good few minutes inside his patrol vehicle calling for backup, listening to music, and fiddling around with his
Now,
laptop
that's
system.
very unusual. That
Even though it's rather unusual to call for backup
the
at
warrant,
this
but
point,
the fact he's called for
nothing
backup,
sounds out of place.
That's
However,
very
watch how Deputy Rob requested backup by claiming that the passenger of the vehicle might have an assault warrant.
Yeah, he's
The key
claiming
word here is might. And what makes this worse
he's going by
is the fact
hunch.
that Deputy Rob has yet to even properly
He has
look
no
at the
proof,
passenger,
nothing. He's going
let
by
alone
hunch.
identify who he was. So, Deputy Rob was now racially profiling the passenger.
And that brings me to the point as well, ladies and gentlemen. That brings me to the point. A lot of times when cops are trying to ask your ID, when they're sitting there saying, "Oh, it helps us identify who we're dealing with, who you are." No, what they want your ID for is so they could run the system and they're hoping they're like, "Oh, I just hope he's got a warrant." Here we go, and here we go.
By assuming that he
This
might
cop
have a
is
warrant.
hoping, and he's got a hunch, and he's hoping this passenger has a warrant.
723.
Because you know why? Ka-ching!
Yeah, another unit think I stopped and my passenger's got an assault warrant.
Bingo, see? Might have assault warrant.
Yeah.
Let me ride back that a little bit.
You must look at whether passengers in a vehicle are also detained and liable for investigation and identification when the police ask for it. The officer may request your identification or request to search you. However, you may decline the officer's request. Stop you in Michigan as a passenger, you don't have to show your ID or look for backup, listening to music, and fiddling around with his laptop system. Even though it's rather unusual to call for backup at this point, nothing sounds out of place. However, watch how Deputy Rob requested backup by claiming that the passenger of the vehicle might have an assault warrant. The key word here is might. And what makes this worse is the fact that Deputy Rob has yet to even properly look at the passenger, let alone identify who he was. So, Deputy Rob was now racially profiling the passenger by assuming that he might have a warrant.
723. Yeah, another unit think I stopped and my passenger's.
Yeah, right there. Let me highlight that. That the passenger might have an assault warrant. Right there. He's saying, guy I stopped, the passenger might have my passenger might got assault warrant. Okay. All right, let's go.
An assault warrant. Yeah.
One quick point worth noting is that Deputy Rob did not spend all that time writing the driver a ticket or anything of that sort. You will soon see that Deputy Rob gave the driver a break and did not cite him for the expired registration. However, this allows us to speculate whether Deputy Rob had unnecessarily prolonged the traffic stop by sitting inside the vehicle. If we look at the 2015 case of Rodriguez versus United States, the Supreme Court held that a police officer may not extend the duration of a traffic stop beyond the time necessary to complete the original purpose of the stop unless they have reasonable suspicion or consent to conduct further investigations unrelated to the initial reason for the stop. The court emphasized that a traffic stop should not be unreasonably prolonged in order to allow for unrelated inquiries or waiting for backup without a valid justification. Regardless, following this, Deputy Rob's malicious intent became even more evident when he spoke to another responding officer, claiming that he had a weird feeling about the traffic stop. Now it goes without saying that feeling some type of way does not warrant any actions or decisions.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, going by a hunch, going by a hunch ain't going to work. That's not fact or proper cause. That's what a hunch. It's like, what's the old saying? Oh, I assume. Well, that's assumption. You know what assumption is? Just like the movie Under Siege 2, the assumption is the mother of fuck-ups.
From law enforcement, proper protocols and legal justifications must be followed in order to ensure fair and unbiased treatment during police interactions.
2102.
I'm behind you. I just had a weird feeling about the stop, but the passenger looks like a guy that's got an assault warrant. So let me go up there and double check that it's him. All right, man. So cut your brake with the registration already. Take it or not, then.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you have your ID with you, sir?
Where am I before?
Because you look like somebody that I'm looking for.
Oh, so now you about to stereotype me?
No. Not trying to stereotype you.
Watch as the passenger gets the phone and starts recording. It's perfectly legal.
Okay, now say that again.
You look like a guy that has a warrant. That's why I want to see your ID.
I'm not the driver of the car.
It doesn't matter. If you have a warrant, you have a warrant.
I don't have any warrants.
Okay, what's your name?
You don't need to know my name.
Yes, I do.
Who do you suspect me of being?
Discover the Ozempic Zone.
Suspect me of being? Call a supervisor.
So you might give my ID back, please.
Picture of that. That's kind of
Did y'all call for a supervisor?
Nope.
Did he say no?
If you're not the guy I'm looking for, dude, it's not a big deal. Just let me see your ID.
What you need to see my ID for?
Purvis, you
Well,
want to take another flick of
just a
that?
minute ago, you said you need to see my ID because you thought I was somebody.
Yeah.
You just verified I'm not whoever it is you're looking
No,
for.
I did not verify.
Hey, and look at this cop. This cop is doing a fishing expedition. He's doing a fishing expedition right there. You know, this guy, by law and by this passenger doesn't have to give up. People are like, well, I'm thinking one by the CMN. This guy, the guy hunch, he's got a warrant. Yeah, by a hunch. He doesn't have any assumption or proof of that. A hunch is not going to work in a court of law. If that cop went to the court of law, guess what? The defense attorney can eat that out. He's going to say objection. He's going to say speculation or objection, hearsay. Going by assumption or hunch doesn't work. And guess what? Sustain. For X go out the door. So the fact is, dispatcher doesn't have to give up his ID because he didn't commit no crime. He was just chilling in the car. And the fact that, I think you got a warrant. See, here we go again. This is what cops want your ID. So that way, because they're hoping you have a warrant. And this cop is hoping this passenger has a warrant.
Now you still looking for my ID.
I did not
That's the
verify.
only reason why cops
So now you want to try to violate my constitutional rights?
Run the system and hope you have a
Is
warrant.
that what you want to try to do? 'Cause I've been doing a whole lot of research on this.
Okay, you should probably read up on the laws then, my friend.
Oh, I do know the laws.
Okay.
Deputy Rob was indeed.
Yeah, funny. This cop says, you think you know a lot? I know a lot more than you do. I say, how the hell do you think you know so much about the law in 6 months? And it takes a lawyer 8 years to know about the law. I mean, a civilian, a citizen can know more about the law than cops. And guess what? When you do, they don't like it. Especially when you stand up for your rights, your First Amendment constitutional rights.
Violating the passenger's constitutional rights, the Fourth Amendment to be specific, which protects people from unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. The Fourth Amendment, however, is not a guarantee against all searches and seizures. but only those that are deemed unreasonable under the law. And this was indeed unreasonable, since there was no justified suspicion. One landmark case that has established the principle of reasonable suspicion is Terry v. Ohio of 1968, in which the Supreme Court held that an officer may conduct a brief stop and frisk of an individual if they have reasonable...
Terry v. Ohio is, that's known as, and when the cops didn't do a Terry v. Ohio, when they try to fix it, it's called a Terry stop.
Suspicion that the person is engaged in criminal activity. However, the reasonable suspicion should be based on specific and articulable facts rather than just a hunch or subjective feeling. On top of all this, Deputy Robb continued to justify his baseless suspicion by stating that the passenger looked like a guy who had an assault warrant. It's almost as if Deputy Robb wished to go on a fishing expedition and try to find something to create trouble for the passenger.
What law about because we believe that you might be the person we're looking for.
Oh, okay. I'm going to put this in your pocket. It's still recording.
But I haven't committed any crime.
Well, you're suspected of possibly having committed a crime if you have a warrant, right?
I haven't. And you're failing to identify yourself. I don't have no warrant.
Okay, well, let us check.
Well, then are you willing to identify yourself? Are you willing to identify? Sir, you got another set of cuffs. Sir, say that again. 2590. Sir, are you willing to identify yourself? What law have I committed? Are you willing to? Because here's the problem. If I think that you who this person is, which I do believe that you might be that person, and I can't identify you because you won't provide me any kind of positive identification, then I just have to go out based off looking at a picture of somebody and thinking that you're him. Okay, that's what I said. Look at the picture good and look at me. Okay, do you have an ID on you so I can confirm whether... Look at the picture good and look at me. And I think you might be the person. And you think... Yes, that is correct. You have an ID on you, sir. Yes, I do have an ID. Where's your ID? It's in my pocket. I do not give you the right to search me. Which pocket is it? So you gonna violate my constitutional rights and search me?
No, we have
Somebody record this.
We have the right to identify.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
I didn't give y'all a right to search my purse.
That's fine.
So, am I the person you're looking for? You're not the person you're looking for. So, put my back in my pockets and get the on out my face. The bitch I will be suing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I know it is. All you have to do is identify yourself. That's it. I don't have to. I haven't committed any crime. If we believe that you might be the person, this is you wouldn't be. But that's suspicion. Yes, that's what you think. Yep, that's not a law.
There it is. You know what? And that dude's right. He's right. Suspicion, suspect. It's like you suspect. Oh, you have suspicion. You have a hunch. That's not proper cause. That's not fact. That's not relevant.
I'm not going to argue with you anymore because you don't have to argue. Because I requested for a supervisor. Hey, Bert, can you call for a supervisor since you don't want to? I'm not going to watch you on this stuff, right? But still, I'm requesting for a supervisor. You can take him out, Rob. You're giving us a hard time, too. I'm not giving y'all a hard time. I haven't committed any crime. I haven't did any more thing wrong.
Oh, wait,
but
my friend.
By law, I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. By law, y'all cannot just come and approach me and tell me.
I'm taking your handcuffs off, man. We're done.
I know you done, because I ain't doing wrong.
Okay, well, there you go.
So we'll be suing the out of y'all.
That's fine. That's fine. So what do you want? At the end of the night, man, you're going home.
At the end of the night, I ain't got shit.
That's fine. So what do you want? My partner's got your wallet. Here's your wallet, sir.
Can I get some cars of yours? I gave you all my information, sir. If you have a problem, you can just call dispatch. Can I get my driver's license? Yeah, my partner's got it. He'll give it back to you. No, don't give it to me. Give it back to the owner. Yeah, y'all want to be assholes? I'm going to be an asshole with y'all. Yeah, you was, because I told y'all motherfucker.
You know, and that's the thing, too. You got cops that'll tell you, calm down, or, well, you so rude. Well, fuck. You know, I'm the type of person, I'm the type of person, you rude to me, I'm rude to you. And you know what? It's not a crime. It's not against the law to be agitated, to be a dick to a cop, to curse at him, dropping F-bombs and say you're a fucking asshole, you're a fucking piece of shit. Not a crime.
Who y'all was looking
Especially
for?
when you get manhandled or treated like shit.
I do know that. I ain't got no more warrants. I know what the going on with my shit. So y'all will be hearing from my lawyer in the morning.
You have a happy new year.
Y'all have a happy new year. Stop with motherfuckers out here. Y'all ain't got better to do but fish. Y'all can't find
So y'all want to just whoever y'all with. And then
Yeah. You know what? And that's the thing that Sandhill Queen brought up in that last video. That's exactly what cops would rather do. They'd rather go on a fishing expedition on a venture, to harass innocent people, hoping you got warrants, make up laws, to trump the charges like that, to go catch real fucking criminals. And so, what's so funny was, I'll bring up a point before I get out of here as well. What's so funny was, you had all those police officers in U-Valley who were so fucking afraid of a dude with an AK-15. And they got body armor, guns, tactical shit like that. They had a SWAT team, but they sat there for 40 fucking minutes. But they have no problem violating the fuck out of a person that knows their constitutional rights. Anyways, I'm out here, my job. Peace out.